How's it going, Facebook? I'm Libby Cunningham with WCPO.com, and I'm joined here with our producer, Jeff Ackerman.
Hey, Facebook.
Who produced our special, Fiona, the story so far. It's an hour-long special that's airing tonight about everyone's favorite hippo. So usually when we start these Facebook Lives, we ask you to tell us where you're watching from. So if you want to drop that in the comments, we're going to interview Jeff a little bit about the special, and then ask him some questions that you might have. So the cool thing about Fiona is that you could be watching from anywhere in the world, right? Because everyone all over the world has watched Fiona, which is part of the reason why we chose to do the special.
Exactly. I mean, she became really, I remember in January when she was born and we were all, rallying behind her here and wanting her to survive. And then somewhere along the way, it just became, she was getting the attention all over the world, magazines and newspapers and really people all over rallying behind her. And that's one thing we talk about a lot in the special is really this global sensation she's become just from, her story of survival and how she beat the odds and all that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, she really has become a big phenomenon.
In survival, I think that's all a story that we all can relate to, which is part of the reason why people love Fiona, too, is that here she was, really, really sick, really young, really pretty cute, maybe unexpectedly, in everything that they were showing on Facebook, that the Cincinnati Zoo had put on. And here she is now, big and healthy, I think over 600 pounds.
Yeah, she's right. I think she just got over 600 pounds. And that's what was really cool about this whole story from the beginning. And if anyone's watching who doesn't know the whole story of Fiona, I'll just fill you in a little bit. But she was born 6 weeks premature at the zoo. And the zoo staff really didn't think that she was going to survive at all. But they were very open with the public about her progress from the very beginning. And as Libby mentioned, really every day I think they posted something on Facebook or Twitter, the good days, the bad days, and we all knew, when it was a close, if it was close that she wasn't going to make it, we knew when she had good days, and so everyone got really invested and kind of felt like they were, really knew this hippo in a weird way, and that was all the fun of it. Is when she felt good, we all felt good. So when she felt bad, our hearts hurt and things like that. So yeah, that's a big part of the story too.
I remember the day when we got the email in the newsroom, like, hey, it is Fiona's day. You can finally go see her. The media can go see her. And if you haven't seen Fiona yet at the Cincinnati Zoo, one thing that I think a lot of people say and that I can say from seeing her is that she is as advertised. And you went in the special, you went to the zoo, you had some Fiona time. So what was that like being there?
Exactly. So we went on a great day. It was warm out. It has to be 50 degrees for the hippos to be outside. So we went on a warm day in December. We were very lucky. And she was out and about, and I feel like she knows when the cameras are rolling, and she knows when people are up against the glass wanting her to come out. She was just swimming all over, and I felt like she was interacting with the people that were there. She was very lively, as we would expect seeing all these videos. She just looks like she's loving life and her exhibit and loving everyone that's coming to visit her, and very energetic. I mean, I felt like she was just running around, swimming around, and it's cool seeing the fans that, people travel long distances to see Fiona, and to see their excitement when they go look at the exhibit was something that you'll see in the special tonight, and also something that was cool to see while I was there as well.
Absolutely, and so we're seeing now, taking a look at some of your comments. We have Martha, you're watching the whole way from Livingston, New Jersey.
Probably that's my mom.
Okay,
what is she saying?
Hi, Martha. We have a bunch of different people from the tri-state area.
What's she asking?
And
I'm going to have to help you out.
Jessica's saying that they are fonduing and watching this show. So Jessica, our show will be available tonight on 9 on Your Side starting at 7 p.m.
Yes.
It's an hour-long special. It's really pretty cool and pretty special. We're going to have it streaming live here on Facebook and also on WCPO.com.
It'll be on WCPO.com, the Facebook page, our app. And once it's all done, if you can't watch it live, don't worry, because it will be on our Roku app and it will be posted on YouTube as well. So you'll all be able to catch it if you don't catch it tonight, but we would love everyone to watch live and kind of, see the big debut of this big special
Enjoy
too.
It together, and we're going to be watching along with you here on social media here at the station. And what is something that's really special about the special that people might not have seen? Because a lot of people's window into Fiona now has been through the zoo's social media pages and stories that different news organizations have done. But what special things will people get to see tonight?
Well, there's a bunch of, we spoke with a lot of people that were very close to the story from the very beginning, the caretakers that were giving her around-the-clock care. And I think, that's one of the really special parts of the special is to see, we've all fallen in love with Fiona, but then you see the people who really were there every day and they gave, their whole lives just for this hippo. to see their emotion and their attachment to the story is really special for me. You'll get to see the 2 nurses from Cincinnati Children's Hospital who made a big difference in Fiona's, story. They were able to get an IV in her very early on, which really made a big difference as well. And it was really cool to hear their story. They were called one day being like, we're in this situation at the zoo and we're looking for any help we can get.
Can you imagine?
And the nurses were like, I think Thane Maynard said, the nurses said, they said there's not a vein we can't hit, and they came and they were able to hit a vein, and it was, that made all the difference along the way. So I loved that. We did talk with Thane Maynard, and he's featured, who's the director of the Cincinnati Zoo, for those who don't know, to get his perspective throughout the whole special. So you're going to hear from a lot of different people who are close to the story, which I really like. And our sports director, John Popovich, has a great piece in the show, which I would say definitely tune in for it. He really puts into perspective why the story has hit close to home for so many people. And for those who may not understand the Fiona craze, or those who are like, why are people so crazy about a hippo?
So many people on social media saying that sometimes, what's the big deal? So
because some people are just getting into the Fiona craze. They didn't see all the early story, and they just don't know what this whole story is about. So he really puts it into perspective with some very great writing, and I think that's worth tuning in for. It's the last piece in the show, and I think it's worth hanging through to the end to see it. Yeah.
And Fiona really is a story that's born out of social media, and it seems a lot of stuff online this year negative.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
News that isn't exactly happy, but is obviously crucial. And I think that the story of Fiona, from what a lot of people have told us, was a one bright spot. And you see people, BuzzFeed saying that.
Yeah.
The AP including the story of Fiona from Cincinnati Zoo as one of their top happy stories for the year.
Exactly. And that's something that we did hear a lot throughout the special, both from the zoo staff and people that we talked with, is, Fiona was born in January, a time that people were, fighting about politics at the dinner table and things of that sort. And to rally behind a hippo for her survival was something, everyone's going to agree on. No one's going to be like, we don't want a hippo to survive. It was one thing that everyone could unite on. And, the zoo talked a lot about how that support from the community, they really think, they could feel the love from the community, and that kept their spirits high when, they were feeling down. And so I think the community support, which, that's a whole other side of the story that we touch on too, is, we had all the support from our community, but we had, T-shirts made for Fiona, we had ice cream, we had beer, she got her own calendar. I mean, there was a huge, yes, exactly. We had a huge support from the community, which was a great thing, to see and to live here in Cincinnati. For those who are watching who aren't from Cincinnati, I mean, everyone knows Fiona, everyone knows her name, and it's just like a household name in Cincinnati. People know who she is, and I think that support really, went a long way. Yeah.
And so, Justin, we're excited you're going to be watching. Same with you, Christine. Chris, this special is focusing on Fiona the hippo. The story so far, so she's not even a year old yet, but I think she's done and achieved more in her life than most people.
And that's key, is that we called it Fiona the story so far because her story is still so early on. It's still evolving. She's still growing. We do talk with Thane Maynard about what's in store for the future of Fiona. Will she have baby hippos one day? Kind of what's in her future? Exactly. So we do talk about, when is it okay to stop calling her baby hippo Fiona? Things like that. I think we'll all call her baby Fiona for a while. I think that would be a safe bet. But that is an interesting part we talk about, is kind of looking ahead, what's in store for Fiona. So Fiona's story so far, she's got a lot ahead, and that's kind of how we came up with the name for the special.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we have several people asking, so this is at 7 p.m. tonight on 9 on Your Side, which is Channel 9 here in the Cincinnati area. We understand that Fiona is a phenomenon, so you can watch it here on this Facebook page, WCPO.com, and then after it's over, if you use Roku, it'll be on your Roku app and on YouTube.
Yes. So you'll be able to watch it whenever you want. If you watch it tonight, you'll be able to watch it numerous times afterward as well.
Okay, and thank you to Sarah and Bev and Bonnie, Tina, Jessica, everyone for watching tonight, or watching right now, and we hope that we see you again tonight.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.